Why we compare our lives with others. Have you ever opened social media feeling completely fine, and then, 5 minutes later, you suddenly felt like your life wasn't good enough? You see someone traveling, someone buying a new car, someone getting married, someone becoming successful, someone looking healthier, happier, and more confident. And suddenly you start thinking, why am I not there yet? Why is everyone moving forward except me? The strange thing is, nothing about your life actually changed. You were still the same person. You still had the same achievements, the same relationships, the same dreams. But your brain changed the way it looked at your life. This is the psychology of comparison. And today, we're going to understand why we compare ourselves with others, why social media makes it worse, and how we can stop comparison from controlling our happiness. Comparison is human nature. Comparing yourself with other people doesn't mean you're a bad or jealous person. It's actually a natural part of human psychology. Psychologist Leon Festinger developed social comparison theory, which explains that people often evaluate themselves by comparing themselves with others. We ask questions like, am I successful? Am I attractive? Am I doing well? Am I where I should be? And when we don't have a clear answer, we look at other people. Thousands of years ago, this helped humans understand their position in a community. But today, the problem is different. You don't compare yourself with 10 people around you. You can compare yourself with thousands of people every single day, and there will always be someone who appears to be ahead of you. The biggest problem with comparison. Here's the biggest problem. You know everything about your own life, but you only see a small part of someone else's. You know your failures. You know your insecurities. You know your financial problems. You know your bad days. You know the moments when you feel completely lost. But when you look at someone online, you usually see their best moments, their vacation, their success, their new house, their relationship, their perfect photograph. So you're comparing your full reality with someone else's highlight reel. And that's not a fair comparison. Imagine watching a movie where you only see the best 10 seconds from every character. Everyone would look successful. Everyone would look happy. But real life doesn't work like that. Everyone has problems. Everyone has insecurities. Everyone has moments they don't show. Social media makes it worse. Social media has made comparison almost impossible to escape. You can open your phone for 5 minutes and see someone richer than you, someone more attractive, someone more successful, someone traveling more, someone with a better relationship. And after seeing hundreds of these images, your brain can start believing everyone is doing better than me. But you're not seeing everyone's life. You're seeing everyone's selected moments. This can create a false idea that happiness is constant and success is normal. You start thinking, why am I struggling when everyone else seems to have everything figured out? The truth is, many of those people are struggling too. You simply don't see that part. Why other people's success can hurt. Something interesting happens when the person you're comparing yourself with is similar to you. If you hear that a billionaire you've never met made millions, you might not care. But if someone your age, someone from your school, someone from your neighborhood, suddenly becomes successful, it can feel much more personal. You might think, if they can do it, why can't I? This is called upward comparison. Sometimes it can motivate you. You can look at someone's success and think, they proved it's possible. Maybe I can learn from them. But it can also make you feel worthless. You might think, they're ahead of me, so I must be failing. Remember, their success doesn't mean you're a failure. Two people can succeed at different times. The I'm falling behind feeling. One of the most painful forms of comparison is feeling like you're behind in life. You see someone graduating, someone getting married, someone starting a business, someone buying a house, someone moving to another country, and you think, I'm still here. But here's something important. Life is not a race. Everyone has a different starting point, different opportunities, different responsibilities, different struggles, and different goals. Someone else's timeline cannot become the standard for your life. Maybe they achieved something at 25. That doesn't mean you have to achieve the same thing at 25. Your journey doesn't become less valuable just because someone reached a destination before you. The dangerous word, should. A lot of comparison comes from one word, should. You tell yourself, I should be more successful. I should have more money. I should look better. I should already know what I'm doing. I should have achieved more by now. But stop and ask yourself, who created these deadlines? Society? Social media? Your family? Your friends? Or you? There is no universal schedule for life. Some people succeed early. Some people succeed later. Some people find their purpose at 18. Others discover it at 40. Being late according to someone else's timeline doesn't mean you're late in your own life. Turn comparison into motivation. So should you completely stop comparing yourself with other people? Probably not. Comparison is natural. Instead, learn how to use it. The next time you feel jealous of someone's success, don't immediately criticize yourself. Ask, what exactly do I want from their life? Maybe you don't want their entire life. Maybe you want their confidence, their discipline, their financial freedom, their health, their creativity. Once you understand what you're actually attracted to, you can use that information. Instead of saying, I wish I were them, say, what can I learn from them? That small change can completely transform comparison. Compare yourself with your past. There is one comparison that can actually help you. Compare yourself with yourself. Ask, am I better than I was last year? Maybe you're more confident. Maybe you're more disciplined. Maybe you've learned something new. Maybe you've become better at handling difficult situations. Maybe you've simply survived something that once felt impossible. That is progress. Not every achievement needs to be visible. Not every achievement needs likes. Some of your biggest victories will happen privately, and nobody else needs to know about them. Protect your mental space. Pay attention to how certain content makes you feel. After scrolling through social media, ask yourself, do I feel inspired? Or do I feel worthless? If certain accounts constantly make you feel like you're not good enough, you don't have to keep watching them. Protecting your mental space isn't weakness, it's self-awareness. You control what you repeatedly allow into your mind. Final message. So the next time you see someone who appears to have a better life, pause. Remember that you don't know their entire story. You only see what they choose to show. Don't compare your real life with someone else's highlight reel. Someone else's success doesn't make you a failure. Someone else's beauty doesn't make you unattractive. Someone else's relationship doesn't make you unlovable. Someone else's timeline doesn't make you late. And someone else's life does not determine your worth. Instead of asking, why am I not where they are? Ask, where do I want to go? Instead of asking, why don't I have what they have? Ask, what can I build with what I have? And instead of trying to become better than everyone else, try to become better than the person you were yesterday. Because your life doesn't need to look impressive to everyone else. It needs to be meaningful to you. Don't compare your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 20. Your journey is yours. Your timeline is yours. And your life doesn't have to look like anyone else's. If you found this video helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, Comparison steals your happiness when you forget to appreciate your own journey.